Ooh, hello there, my fellow miners and crafters. GoodTimesWithScar here, and welcome to Creative Fun Time with Scar, a series that has been dormant on my channel for many years, but it is finally coming back with popular demand. We will today tour through my creative world and look at all of the things that we have created as far back as 2013. We will see underwater houses, s'more houses, haunted mansions, and the first Minecraft Adobe house ever built. So my friends, climb aboard, hit that like button, and let's take a stroll through this Minecraft house showcase. The first house we are going to tour on our journey through the world is the Adobe House. This was built in 2013, the day that the terracotta block was released, because back in the day, this was a single block. It was called, of course, the hardened clay block, and there wasn't any color variations to it at the moment. Those came a little bit later in snapshots, but this was the very first time we got this block, and I thought this is how you created Adobe House, because originally I was working my texture pack to take the clay block and turn it into this color. Like, it was very close to this color, and when I saw this, I was like, we've got to make an Adobe House. Now, granted, this house is old. This house was built in 2013, like I'd mentioned. So in today's day, we would design these things a little bit different, but I still think it holds up in its design. And that's something I'd like to hear from you guys throughout the video is, what is your favorite house? Like, hashtag Adobe House, hashtag modern house, or, so on through the tour today. So I want to hear from you guys. So this house is nice because it's a single story. It's got a nice open plan to it, nice open ceilings with skylights above. I used to build a lot of skylights back in the day, so it's kind of nice to see those. But let's head into the master bedroom. And of course, with any kind of Southwestern design, you have a nice cyan carpet with a little bit of orange mixed in there, some nice oak woods, looking super fancy. Now heading into the bathroom here, one of the first times we ever used ice, I believe, unless I updated that later on, because some of the things in here you might notice didn't originate in 2013, but I came back here and, added a couple things like the orange sand out front. And I even think I might have updated this toilet at one point. I got the shower over there looking super fancy. And yeah, so a lot of the things today may have been built way back in the day. And, here and there, I just threw in some of the new things that were added to Minecraft over time. One of the nice things about this is one of the real first places that we challenged ourselves in terms of landscaping design. So in the outside, we have nice things to look at through the windows. So that's one thing we did well here. And of course, oh my gosh, we got a milkshake maker because boy, oh boy, it's quite hot. It's summer now, and I could use a milkshake right now. My refrigerators have always been okay. I've always felt like we could do better with those. And of course, we've got a little bit of an island. We have sinks, and once again, a really great view. And then if we look out, there's a nice little kind of natural arch in the terrain and our tall cactuses and a little cake, of course, because cake is what makes the world go round. And a little dining room over here, a little acacia built into it. One of my custom paintings that I've painted over there. So I think that's looking nice. And then inside here, this is absolutely grand when it comes to the fireplace. So hopefully as we, tour the world, this is giving you inspiration for your own builds. And it's definitely giving me inspiration right now. Things that I may have forgotten, and there are some of our furniture, but I love that fireplace. That truly is one of my favorite things in this whole entire build. It just looks really, really nice. And that cloud just kind of parting through the glass. Very, very peaceful. I like this house quite a bit. So let's fly through the backyard real quick, take a look at the landscaping. I'm not exactly sure why one day I just thought, you know what we need to put is a pathway of orange sand. And I did that. And I don't know why 100%. I might remove that actually. So I think this place looks fairly nice. Down below here is a little pond in the backyard. When this house was first built, there was not even much on the back because it was hastily put together after the snapshot was released. I think it was maybe a day or two right after. It just took a little bit to get everything built, but that's the Adobe House. I claim this to be the first modern Adobe house ever created in Minecraft, but let's go on to our next. Here it is. This right here is my very first modern house. Absolutely first attempt at it. 2013 this was created, and the start of the Creative Fun Time series. So this was truly when I first started doing tutorials more seriously, and we went step by step creating this modern house right after, of course, Quartz came out, because I did not like the way people were building modern houses up until Quartz was released. I didn't like wool or snow modern houses. So I waited till the right block was released, and then I was like, it's time. It's finally time to start making our own modern houses. And we come into the foyer here. We've got our carpets. And of course, we've got jelly. Of course, we can't not have jelly in here. So we've got this area put down. And as we go through this, do you guys remember these houses? If you do, I want to know right now. Hashtag the houses that you remember seeing be built. Like, I want to know from you guys in the comments. So let's explore this place. Oh my gosh, the memories are just flowing back. And I look at this today and I see lots of things that I may have done a little bit different today with the way I build or the way we're accustomed to building in Minecraft these days, but I think it still holds up. One of my absolute favorite kitchens in here, very modern, where the stoves are even got a little fire under them. Everything in any of these houses are all built purely with creative vanilla. So just creative vanilla. So no world edits or anything along those lines. I wanted to be very accessible towards you guys while we were building so you could follow along, because it was such an honor to see that people built the things that I created. It made me so happy. And of course, the milkshake maker. And we got a little, see, this is the thing. My refrigerators were never great. I definitely need to work on those a little bit. And then leading in here to our dining room. So I don't know. I find it really fun to create furniture, to create these environments, because it's like a puzzle really to put it all together and to fit it into the house. A lot of uses of the beacon block here. I don't even think I knew how to use the beacon. I just thought it looked decorationally pleasing. Oh man, I think I know what we're about to find. The theater. That is right. Look at this. Seriously, this is like an amazing theater. Oh, this is fantastic. Got even cake. Milkshake makers, of course. I mean, come on now. Where's the popcorn? There it is. There's the popcorn. Doesn't that look like popcorn? Tell me that looks like popcorn right now. I want to hear from you. That looks like popcorn, right? You'll make me really happy if you say yes. And then the garage over here. And a lot of people wanted me to make cars, but I felt within Minecraft, do they really drive cars? No, they drive horses. So we have a horse garage looking super fancy. And I just think it's fun to kind of think about what a Minecrafter would store in their garage. Think of the things that you store in your garage and think about how a Minecrafter would store it. And even a little piston door. It doesn't work, obviously. It's redstone. So you think like, you got your TNT, you got your redstone, you got your Christmas, got your Halloween decorations up there looking super fancy. And then off to our side, we have a nice little bathroom in there. And of course, living room. We got to like pick up the pace a little bit to look at everything in this world. But let's head up the stairs. And then, of course, up here, just nice wide open areas. You look down over the pool out in the back. Got a kid's room. And another thing to think about when you're creating your houses is think about who lives in it and how they interact with the space. Like this is I think I came up with like, these were like two twins, right? Two twin kids. And I mean, who wouldn't want like a bouncing floor? Like that's the greatest thing ever. Like you gotta think about it. Think about it as like, if I was a kid, like how would I want to design the room? And of course I'd want a bouncing floor. Who wouldn't want a bouncing floor? It just seems obvious to me. Moving over here, we had the master bedroom looking super fancy. Did I do the yin yang? There it is. There's the yin yang pattern. And then inside here is a nice little bathroom. I like this bathroom. Nice little step down. You've got the little faucets. I like the use of the carpets up there. I think that looks really nice. Very subtle. A little bathtub with a towel on the side. Looking super fancy. Game room up ahead. Look at that. You got a pool table. Man, I forgot I designed that way back in the day. That looks insanely cool. And then got dual consoles over there, cake and all the good stuff, and another bedroom over here. But I do believe this was the first room we built in this house. It took over a year to build this, very, very long. But boy, oh boy, this place, man, this brings back some severely amazing memories of the past. So let's take a brief look on the outside here. Everything here, of course, customly done. Here we have our beautiful pool. Look at that thing. Got ourselves a tennis court. Creepers versus cows, or was it standard cow versus mushroom cow? I don't remember. I guess it was the mushroom cow. And then on this side over here, we have a swing and a little gazebo over there looking super fancy, and a little koi pond off the side. So yeah, that right there is my first modern house. Let's take a look at what happens when we go underwater. Welcome to the underwater house. This is quite a shock. I have not been here since 2014. This has been a very long time. Now, the design with this house is it's a living, breathing house made of coral. So the house has been carved out of coral, and we've used the prismarine as giant coral pieces. So you've noticed there's diorite. Please, just between you and me, we're not going to tell Isco about this. And then, of course, you have some of the granite built in there too. But this place looks stunningly beautiful. My gosh, we have not been here in a while. So we go through the airlock. We're attempting to go into the airlock. There we go. And then into the house. Like I said, this is a living, breathing house. So that's why you see the seaweed and you see the little bits of coral growing through the walls here and there. Oh, this is really fun. Hey, little bat, how you doing? Got a living room over there. We've got a nice kitchen made of sea foam, looking super fancy. You see it over there. I don't even need to mention it. And then we can cross the hallway over here. And I love how say it's like carved out, right? Somebody carved this out of coral, but the coral is trying to come back. It's looking really, really nice. Into a beautiful bedroom with a little, aqua suit over there. This is like the true Aquascar headquarters. I like this glass floor. Just something fun, just something different. Got a little sponge over there hanging out doing sponge things. And then, of course, we can head upstairs. This was a very difficult house to put together in terms of spacing for some reason. Like, I couldn't figure out where to put the staircases and living rooms, but eventually we figured it out. And this is my favorite thing in the house. That right there is the jellyfish chandelier up there. Look, it's super fancy. And, of course, we have another one over there. Oh, man, this place is crazy. And then down in here, we have a bathtub and the nostalgia is just crazy with this place. I'd really love to know if you guys remember some of this stuff getting built. And of course, another bedroom in here. There's even some cool little like knickknacks up here, right? There's some skulls and pots and things like that, looking really fancy. And I think this was a nice little library, just a little sitting room in here. Yeah, look at that chandelier up there, looking really nice. Got scuba suits on the sides over there. Got a little snorkel outfit also. Got another bedroom here. And I love the darkness. I'm not even exactly sure where that's coming from. I don't think I would have left it this dark, but I think it adds to it. It adds a little bit of an eeriness to it, being underwater, a little bit of a mystery, if you will. Yeah, this place is super cool. Oh man, I'm so glad I made this video, honestly. Like, I've been so apprehensive about like recreating the creative series because I just wasn't sure people were interested. But if anything, this has just been a fun look back at these builds that we built so long ago that I feel still look good today. Like, I still hope at least I hope they do. It's really up to you to determine that. But to me, I think it still looks pretty good, especially that chandelier. But yeah, so that's the underwater house, guys. This was a fun one because this was another one where we built right after they added the prismarine and stuff along those lines. Oh, I guess our potions just wore off. That's why things got super dark. But anyway, let's head back to surface and look at our next house. Grim gritting ghosts come out to socialize. Welcome to the Haunted Mansion. And over time, I hope you guys see a little bit of an evolution of building, right? I hope we see builds getting better over time because that's generally the direction you'd like to go. There's a ghost. Do you guys see it over there? Looking super fancy. So yeah, this is the Haunted Mansion. Now, this is of course inspired by the Disneyland Haunted Mansion, an Annabella Mansion style house. And one of the things that we wanted to achieve with this house was to create the story of the Haunted Mansion from Disneyland and recreate it in Minecraft if it was a real house. So there's a little bit of backstory against the Haunted Mansion, some of it official, some of it not. And we kind of incorporated all of that into it. So you can definitely see things that are very reminiscent of the attraction, but minus all of the ride components to it, as if it was a real house. So you see, the entranceway leading into the house, kind of generally exactly how the walkway works today going up into it. You have, this could be Rivers of America off to your right-hand side. And if you are familiar with the Haunted Mansion at Disneyland, let me know. Did this come out faithful to the design as if it was, of course, a real house in a real place? Now, these trees, of course, are what blocks Splash Mountain out on its right-hand side. This is my entrance over here, but not represented as the wheelchair entrance. Like, this is where I'm at. This is where I'm trying to get on the ride over here, waiting on this side. But yeah, this place was a real treat to make. Not only am I very passionate about theme parks and designs, but recreating something like that in Minecraft was really, really fun. So if we go inside, a lot of the effects that we had for the actual video have been taken away and stuff like that. You'll have to watch the original video to see all the ghosts and all the effects happening here. But we did have a little bit of redstone. I cleaned it up so that it was more presentable here. And then, of course, if we head this way into the study, and one of the themes was that Master Gracie of the Haunted Mansion was a pirate. And of course, this is his pirate lair where he stores all of his treasures and things along those lines. And so we've got that. And then, of course, a sneaky way out the back into a tomb to avoid the authorities as a pirate. You know, just seems natural, of course, to have yourself a pirate exit of your house into a tomb. Very, very spooky. This place gives me the chills every time I come in. So yeah, this was all like super custom landscaping. This took a lot of hours to create, but definitely well worth it. I love our spooky trees in here. We've got to do the tree tutorial sometime. But yeah, that's the Haunted Mansion. So hopefully you enjoyed that. I do really encourage you guys to watch that actual video of the tour because there's surprises on every corner. We are now at what I call my greatest achievement in terms of modern Minecraft building houses. Like, I feel like this is where I was at my absolute best. This, of course, is the Smore House. It looks like a s'more, right? You have your graham cracker, which is the spruce wood. You have the marshmallow, which is of quartz, and the dark chocolate is the dark oak. So it's the Smore House. It's pretty amazing. This was built in 2015, and I absolutely love this. This right here is my favorite. And remember, I want to hear from you guys. What is your favorite as we tour all of these? One of the things that I always mention when we are building is always elevate your builds because it adds a lot of ability to create the landscaping in a more customized way. And that's why we did this house. It was one of the first ones we did where we started with it being elevated up in the air and then we applied the landscaping. It looked very silly back in the day when we were first constructing it because it was floating in the air. So this, of course, is the entranceway. This is the, like, I love this staircase because it looks like, you know, fish bones or something like that. I think it came out really well. There's one of my custom paintings there. And my favorite room in the house, that is the Twitch streaming room. So if we come in here, this is what a Minecraft Twitch streaming room looks like. You got your camera, you got your lights, you got your blackout curtains over there, you got your green screen, you got your chair and your microphone on a boom arm, 3 monitors and some switches and things along those lines. So yeah. This right here, this is my favorite room. That's the Twitch streaming Minecraft room. And then that leads out into a nice little living room here. Nice little modern couches. I like the chandelier, kind of a retro 60s, if you will. And then into this little bathroom on this side. And then we continue down the walkway. This leads into our little living room. I like the chandeliers here. I think that came out really nice. A nice dining room, very open in this room. So I think that looks nice. Birch chairs, those are my favorite. I love putting the little carpet on the back then. Looked very, very nice. Moving into the kitchen, this is nice because it gives you a little bit of a sunken floor, just a little bit of separation from the other areas going into the kitchen. Cabinets looking super fancy. Even back there, that's a nice touch, is to put a bookcase. Looks like some cans or some favorite breakfast cereals. Chandeliers are nice how they kind of hang down a little bit. I already know so many better ways of making kitchens these days, but milkshake maker, of course, you cannot have that. Once again, we have a horse garage, got some nice little decorations out here. I love the Christmas and the Halloween area. It's just something fun that I like to put in there. Just adds a little bit more story to the area. Little living room in that area. I think that looks really nice. And if we head upstairs, I think that's really the jewel of the house. And that is the Jack and Jill bathroom attached to the 2 separate kids' rooms. So moving on over here, you have a kids' room. So, you know, you got your toys, you got your clothes, bunk bed, best bunk bed I think I've made. I've made like 2 or 3, but I think that's the one that came out the best. Oh, by the way, all accessible with these giant windows along the sides. For privacy, these are the kind of windows that are super cool where you can push a button and just go opaque. So, but other than that, you get lots of nice light. And then moving into here, this is your bathroom. I think this came out really nice. I remember building this bathroom. It was right before I went into surgery. That's just like a thought I had when I went in this. I'm like, oh man, I was building this with that like stuck in the back of my mind back in 2015. So yeah, this looks nice, and that leads into more of like a teenager's room over here. You know, they got their skeletons on the walls, and they got a TV up there. They got their records for their musics, and yeah, I think this came out quite nice. And then moving out of there, whoa, hello, Creeper Building Inspector. How are you? And then, of course, this is an office. So, you know, you got your computers and maybe they're a railroad expert and things along those lines and, you know, milkshake maker, why not? And moving into the master bedroom, you know, you've got your couches, got your bed over there, got a nice bathroom with a tub. Look at this tub here. That's good stuff right there. Ooh, recipes. So yeah, I think this area very, very nice. And if we can come out here, you get a really, really great view of the sky and everything. But let's fly up to the top here. Creeper Building Inspectors, they're always looking for some flaw in my designs. And we've got a little bit of a waterfall flowing through here, a little bit of a garden. So you got your tomatoes to the right-hand side. You got all your different kind of like potatoes and carrots. And what was this? Was these green beans? I think they were green beans. And I love koi ponds. You always got to throw in a koi pond for good measure. And down below here is a proper pool. This right here is a competitive swimming pool. You've got the lane lines, you've got the flags, the blocks, you've got the stripe down the middle. By the way, whenever you go lap swimming and people want to stay on one side and you're like, hey, why don't you do it on the left? I'm on the right. No. This is circle swimming. That's how the pros do it. That's how we're gonna do it. When I was a kid, I hated when people said that. It made me really upset. Anyway, so I think that came out really good. And then this just has a little bit of natural variation in the terrain. I think that came out pretty darn cool. And a basketball court. So this, if you know from my Hermitcraft series, we built something very similar to this, but this was the first. This was the very first of the designs that we did for this area. So yeah, this is the Smores House. This is my favorite of all the houses. Like I said, I really want to hear from you guys, which is your favorite, but on to the next. Sadly, the dirt house no longer stands. I kind of regret not saving a backup of this world with the dirt house intact. It was an April Fool's joke. I built a beautiful dirt house and then I turned my back when the rain came, and when you looked back, it all melted away. The next house is our very last house we've built within this world, and it needs a little bit of a backstory. So the challenge with this house was that I wanted to create a very small house, not one of our large grand houses, but a small compact house using unconventional modern materials. How can I make cobble and oak look beautiful and modern? And that was the challenge that I set forth with myself. And I don't know, did it come out the way I wanted? Did I make oak and cobble cool again? Because back in the day, that's all we had was oak and cobble. And it just felt so outdated, but I thought, can we make it look good again? And I don't know, to you, did I make it look good again? So we built this in 2016. This is before another one of my surgeries. I built this house for content to be going up while I was gone, of course. And the videos did well. So I think you guys liked it, but it was fun to have a challenge. Like, how do I make cobble and oak look good? And I really do hope I made that something nice for you guys. Anyway, let's head on the inside. So like I said, very compact house. And you might notice this is when we finally got end rods and things along those lines. So small compact kitchen leads into a living room with a stone fireplace looking super beautiful. We've got our couches down below here. And if we head on up the stairs, we'll find ourselves a bathroom, right? Yeah, there we go. And then we have a nice little bathroom in here looking nice. And we got some shelves and nice little floor throughout here, and then moving into the bedroom. This is interesting. I thought I'd used another material here for the floor. I thought this was the first place I used the path block for carpet. I guess I didn't in this place. That's strange. I know I did it in Scarland as carpet. I used the path block because it kind of felt kind of carpet-like. But anyway, yeah, that's strange. I was pretty positive I did that here. This is the first I did it. So this is the bedroom here, looking super fancy. Lots of books, nice views out the windows. But yeah, this was a really fun house because it was a challenge. It was a challenge to create something small that was still appealing. And I think we even have a little workshop garage. We totally do. Oh, that's really nice. This looks like a great workshop in here. But let's lead ourselves to the backyard. So nicely landscaped. I like the fence, you know, it's got a nice little modern style to it there. Now this is quite a pool. Oh, that's a beautiful pool right there. That's a screenshot worthy pool. I think so. So yeah, you got your hot tub up here, got a little reclining area, nicely wooded around the sides for privacy. And then you got your pool over there and just lots of beautiful little bits of landscaping throughout the area. Yeah. So yeah, that's our little house, and that was our final house, but it's time now to create a new one. And this is the location of our next build. This is going to be a modern house. I built this house 2.5 years ago, and I had a lot of reasons why it has not come out yet, mainly because of Hermitcraft and the time-consuming nature of Hermitcraft videos, and Foolcraft and all these different things has taken precedent over this series. But I've been wanting to do this for so long, and it's finally time to do it. So like I said, this house is over 2 years old, so I might go through it and kind of update it because I've built most of it already. But this is the location. It's going to start next week. So guys, I hope you're as excited as I am to bring back this series. I'm a little bit nervous about bringing it back because I don't know if people want these style videos anymore, but they're a bit of like a passion for me because I love to see people create the things that I've created, or, you know, take them and put their own interpretation on them. And that's a huge passion of mine. It's something I miss greatly, and I really hope this is something you guys would like to see again in the future. That's why we're going to try it again. Your support is greatly appreciated. If you like this video, hit that like button. If you're excited about the next series, leave me a comment, tell me you're excited, because I'm a little nervous. I really want this to be something you guys like. But anyway, guys, until next time, this has been Good Times with Scar. And I always really appreciate you guys taking the time to watch my videos. And if you believe the videos are rating, that would be much appreciated. And until next time, we'll see you later.